Going live. Welcome to TDC Canada Socially Served. My name is Sue Roskopf. The Disability Channel, or TDC, is out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, showcasing abilities. TDC provides digital media production, education, and employment programs by and for persons with disabilities and veterans. It's through media, training, and community partnerships that we create opportunities where we cultivate inclusion and truly make a difference for everybody. Joining me today is my co-host, Michael Martin Humel. He is a writer, speaker, and podcaster dedicated to bridging the gap between disabled and able-bodied communities. So glad to see you, Michael. How you doing?
I'm good. It's good to see you too.
Well, and we've got a guest joining us today who's going to be kind of playing a big role in this event tonight. Helene Weiner is joining us, and I am so excited to have you come on in and be part of this fun crew today. How you doing?
I'm great. Thank you, Sue, so much for inviting me to share such a wonderful privilege to be with Michael and you.
Well, and I'm actually going to be stepping back for this particular episode, and I'm going to give it to you to take it on and have some fun tonight. And I'll be looking forward to connecting in the very near future. So pay attention, everyone. Helene's amazing. You already know Michael's amazing, and we might even have a sighting from Emily before too long here as well. Hopefully, she'll be able to hop in and join as well. But I will be stepping away and enjoy the show, everyone.
Great. Thank you so much, Sue. Have a good time. So, hi, everyone. So nice to be here. Michael, so nice to be here with you. So, I have a question to ask you, Michael.
Sure.
How much does the smile cost?
Nothing.
But what does a smile bring?
Just happiness and levity and just probably lightens the mood.
Right?
Yeah.
So, when you're out and about, and you could just be in your own lane, supposedly, and somebody smiles at you, how does that make you feel?
I'm from New York, so I'm like more skeptical than most people.
Ah,
It makes me happy, but it also gives me a feeling of why are they doing that?
and it's interesting you say that because, literally when people do smile at you and you're not used to it, you go, okay, what do they want?
Yeah.
But you know what? Wouldn't that be nice if just you're out and about and people just say hi without expecting anything in return?
Yeah.
They just want to give you just a different perspective of the day.
Yeah.
Or in the morning, being out and about and to a complete stranger saying, good morning, how are
Mm.
you?
Yeah. It is nice.
That would be nice, right? And that doesn't happen often, right?
No.
So, you know what? And the fun thing is, smiling is fun,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And one of the things that I am known for, oh my gosh, my whole life, is being a smiler. I don't know, you know what? I don't know how not to smile because I love the positive effect that a smile brings to somebody. Because if I'm like this, it's like, or how many people have you seen when they look like this? Very serious. What's the effect that they have on you when they like this?
Stay away from them.
Oh, they're just not interested. But I'm just having fun right now. I'm just talking about how important it is to smile. And you know what? It takes 2 seconds to make somebody feel good,
Yeah.
right? because
Yeah.
it makes when somebody you don't even know smiles at you, they're letting you know that they're noticing you enough to smile at. It's happy. Let's
Yeah.
be happy. So a smile costs nothing, but a hello takes just 1 second, right? But how many people do you think? Let's talk about something a little more serious.
Okay.
Who do you think feels invisible out there?
I'm disabled, so I know that people with disabilities definitely are, and they feel invisible and they feel always in the background.
And why do you think that is, Michael?
It's just because they aren't looked at as equal.
Okay. And you know what? That's so not true. You know that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, first of all, people who have disabilities probably have more power than people that don't have disabilities. Because a lot of people that are, having disabilities in some ways sucks. But yet, on the other hand, you're going to see people for who they are, and you're special.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're not invisible. I really think that sometimes when people don't acknowledge people with disabilities, it might be because they feel bad, they're uncomfortable. And they really shouldn't be. They should be acknowledging, going, hi, how are you? We see who you are. Would that be better? Would that make you feel better if someone said hi
Yeah,
and
well,
smiled
yeah,
at you?
of course, of course. I
Okay.
mean,
So,
most of the time, it's just they assume that we've had a horrible life or a hard life, and they just leave us alone because of that.
right. So
Yep.
today's show should be an educational process for people. So when you're out on the street, you're out at a shopping mall, you're out anywhere where you'll see somebody in a wheelchair that has a disability, acknowledge them, say
Yeah.
hi, smile at them, because that'll make a whole difference to that person with the disability,
Agree.
right?
Yeah.
So Emily, would you like to come on and I'd like to share with you? Can you share what we're just talking about, please? Are you there, Emily?
He's
So
there.
there she is. So Emily, to what we're talking about, can you comment about, when someone sees somebody in public that has a disability, when they say hi, when they smile, how does that make you feel? And do you feel that people that have disabilities are ignored, that they're made to feel invisible? Okay. So when you're out in public and you see people, do you smile and say hi? Good. And I'm going to tell you, the more you get to know me, I'm going to be in the back of your head saying, I'm going to smile more and I'm going to say hi more. Because that smile and that hi from me is going to make a difference to that person that's in front of me. Because you never know what someone might be feeling or the day they're having. And that one little acknowledgement might totally make a difference in somebody's life. We live in a real busy world right now, right? We have AI. What's AI doing, you think? Is AI acknowledging people?
No, it just gives people ideas on how to be creative and how
Correct.
to how to show themselves, but I
So,
think not having the emotional attachment to that because of the AI just defeats the purpose.
so it's so important for us to create the high connection. Hello, smile, because we all do live in a busy world. And, people are looking at their phones, they're walking by without making eye contact. But just think, when you get that eye contact from someone and they see you smile, I do that all the time. I deliberately, when I'm in the grocery store, I try to deliberately create eye contact with someone and smile. And I would say that when I get that contact, people always smile back. They'll never ignore me. So that's why I really feel that when someone's living with a disability, an illness, or simply having a difficult day, being acknowledged reminds them of something very important. You know what it is? I matter.
Hmm.
And there is Mary Ann of Waikiki. Welcome, Mary Ann, to our discussion about the power of a smile with a hello. There she is. Hi, Mary Ann. Nice to see you. How would you like to share what is your input about that power of hello with that smile?
Yeah, well, aloha means hello and aloha means goodbye. So there you go. How you want to put into it shows your emotions. So glad to be here, everybody, on the podcast tonight. And
Yes.
I just had my eyelid surgery stitches taken out with a doctor. So I'm healing and
Look how beautiful you look, young lady.
Oh, yeah, look young, yeah. Yes, from pain to power. So, yeah. So
I have
got
a
the
question to ask you, Mary Ann.
Sure.
I've learned that people don't always remember what you said, but they remember how you make them feel, right?
Yeah, comes from your heart.
So when we smile or when we say hello, and when we include someone in a conversation, we are giving them dignity, respect, and hope.
And a new
And
day. And a new day.
and a new day, and the feeling that they matter. So literally, one smile becomes another. One hello could start a conversation. I don't know how many of you, I mean, Mary Ann, you and I, how many times have you just said hello to one person and all of a sudden, yuck, 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 yuck. You just don't know where it could lead to. Michael, what
Yeah.
about you? Have you ever had that one hello that's created a friendship?
No,
Oh,
no. Yeah, it usually goes, for me at least, it takes a long time.
okay.
No.
What
It's
happened to
never
Mary Ann? Did we
it's
lose?
never a one and done kind of thing.
So I'm loving that we're talking about this because maybe now that we are sharing about a simple hello leads to a conversation. Marian and I, we met on a Zoom meeting, and Marianne reached out to me, and we're becoming good friends because what Marianne's doing, she is about kindness, which kindness to me is smiling, friendship, the power of hello is kindness. Wouldn't you say, Marianne?
Yeah, and just to let you know, I'm in San Carlos, Mexico, and everybody greets you throughout the day. Buenos dias,
Nice.
buenos, Buenas tardes, which is good afternoon, and buenas noches. They say it 3 times a day. You're walking passing by. So do we do that in our normal cultures? No,
No.
not really. But
Different cultures are different, but here it's so important to have that friendliness, because that one conversation could create a friendship, and that one friendship could build a stronger community. And that-
absolutely.
right?
And we're doing that here in the world of ability. And I introduced you to Leanne McLaughlin in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Well, he hasn't come here yet, but he's going to, and we spoke. So, and I appreciate that. One conversation is a ripple effect. And, it's all about helping community. And that's how change begins. Not with grand speeches, but with ordinary people choosing kindness. So, what I love doing, I like to challenge people. Okay. And my challenge, for everybody who's listening to this radio podcast, I'd like, let's see, today's almost over, but I'd like everybody to smile at 5 people. When you're out in the public, see how by smiling at 5 people and saying hello to someone you've never met, even introduce yourself. How many people even hold a door open? Have you, you go into a public place and you see somebody older coming out. Well, or you're a person with disability. When you're out, Michael, do people open the door for you when they see you?
Yes, they touch you, but honestly, because I can do it myself, I kind of get agitated at that just because my first thought is like they're doing it just because I'm disabled and not to help. Because the way I look at it is, if you're going to open the door for me, you should open the door for everyone. And the way I am, I open the door for like mothers, daughters, grandparents, anybody. If I get there first, I'm opening the door. So yeah, it's a double-edged sword. I look at it, it's nice, but it's also like I question why you're doing it.
Okay, and you know what? But don't question it. And just, you know what? Because if someone wants to open the door for you, say thank you, and that's it. Just say thank you. They're doing an act of kindness. Because you got to remember, we can't change the way people think. And as you being disabled, see what happens when you say hi to someone you don't know. Get eye contact, say hi. Because just because we got to make ourselves not invisible.
Yeah.
And by just, hey, you're just as good. Look, you can't help it. You're disabled, but that's okay. You could still not be invisible and
Yeah.
show them off. I could say hello. I'll open the door for you.
Yeah.
It's the mastermind. It's your mindset
Yeah.
on how you feel. You know what? It's funny. Sometimes, like, there's always someone that has it worse. And I've
Yes.
learned that, there's always somebody that has it worse. Look at how many people you're surrounded right now in this organization that really care and that are trying to make a difference.
Yeah.
And you're there also wanting to make a difference. And
Yeah.
that's pretty powerful. Right?
Yep.
So I'm excited that, we're having this conversation. Because Michael, I'm hoping to make a difference in your life today. This is our first conversation we're having today.
It is.
And how am I making you feel?
Hopeful.
Good.
I like it. It's a nice conversation.
Perfect. So, you know what? I believe every person that puts their mind to it now has something beautiful to offer this world, if they want to.
Hmm.
It's all on the individual person.
Yeah.
Now, there are some nasty people, absolutely. But those nasty people, next, we'll
Yeah.
focus on the people who matter. And there's a lot of really awesome people. And there's a lot of lonely people that are looking for friendships. They want to make a difference in someone's life. So I am truly all about taking that one smile, that one hello, and making a difference in someone's life.
That's good.
So yeah. And where's my Emily? So I think that we should all focus on, building communities where everyone feels seen, valued, and loved. You don't love people you don't know, but at least making people feel seen. But the people that are in your life, sometimes we don't always show appreciation to people that are in our lives,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like I've always raised my kids and even people that are close to me, treat others the way you want to be treated,
Mhm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not nobody's fault. We're where we're at. We have to make the best of our situations. We are also here, and I really feel this. I've had some very close friends who've had brothers, sisters with disabilities that have really had hardships their whole life, but they're always smiling, and they're not quitters. They're doing what they can because they have a family that loves them. And it feels good when you feel, and when you do what you can to be positive, right?
Yeah.
So how would you like to be part of this Smile and Hello challenge?
I'll do it.
Will you do it?
Yeah.
Okay. So how often are you out of the house?
I'm in a nursing facility, so I haven't left this place in like a month and a half.
And how long?
A month.
Okay, but you're out in the hallway, right?
What?
But you're in a nursing facility, but you're still out interacting with people there, right?
Yeah.
How many people there could use some positive energy?
I'm sure all of them.
Right? Because I
Yeah.
know what it's like to be in a nursing facility. I do volunteer work, and
Yeah.
I know how important it is when I'm there and just smiling and interacting, because people are hungry for some positive attention. And Michael, you could be that powerhouse
Yeah.
to bring that energy, that people caring for you and say, thank you for helping me.
Well, yeah, I do that every time.
That's good. That's good. And then the people there, see what you could do to make that difference. Smiling and saying hello.
Okay.
Good. I like that. Perfect. So anyways, where's Marianne? Let's let Marianne, she has something special that she is doing with the acts of kindness, unless she's on the phone. So Emily, can you come off? There you are. So would you like to participate in the challenge? Okay, so when you're out you work at a children's store, correct? But you say hello to everybody anyways. Okay. Anyways, Michael, thank you so much for being one of our co-hosts tonight.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you. And I'm excited to hear about the challenge and how many people you might have made a difference to that are with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. You have a
Bye-bye.
good evening.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
Thank you. Okay. Is this all being recorded, Emily? Good. Oh, okay. So for everybody that's watching, let's do this challenge. And then let's talk about if we could, I put my LinkedIn, I'd like everybody to share on LinkedIn how many people that they said hello and smiled to. Marianne, did she? Anyways, Emily, what are you thinking? Okay. So people sometimes will ask, do you ever hear people say, what can we do? People often ask, how can I help someone with a disability? The answer is simple than most people think. Start by seeing the person, not the disability. Because every individual has talents, dreams, gifts, and something meaningful to contribute. And sometimes all they need is someone who believes in them. Would you agree on that, Emily? So, and wouldn't you say that many people with disabilities want the same thing everyone else wants? They want a job, right? A chance to volunteer, correct? Friendships, to be included, to feel independent, to know they matter. Many people don't feel they matter. Don't you agree on those, what I'm just sharing with you? So for businesses that are out there, okay, I'm just sharing this for businesses. What if every business asked one simple question? How can we make our businesses more welcoming? What do you think, Emily? How could businesses make their businesses more welcoming to people with disabilities? Like somebody comes in with a wheelchair. And what happens when the aisles are not wide enough? Right? So maybe a business could be more welcoming, making their aisles wider. Now, I know that with the ADA, with the Disabilities Act, there's certain things that are compliant that newer businesses must have, because even like when people go to hotels, they have handicap accessible rooms, but not all of them do. And I mean, I went on a cruise. Oh my gosh. And when I was on the cruise, I have certain issues that with my knees, I cannot walk real long distance. I got to tell you something. The room that we were in, it was a pain to get that the cart, little motor cart. So they had to come and get it every day. And then bring it up to me because it didn't fit in the room. So that at least they made it, accessible. So wider aisles. What about accessible entrances? Do you know that I went to a doctor's office that did not have a handicap accessible entrance? So if somebody was handicapped, they didn't have like a ramp to go into the doctor's office. So the doctor's office had to move because people were complaining, hey, I have lung issues, I'm handicapped, and where's your handicap accessible entrance? These are important things to make a business accessible to people with disabilities. What about menus with larger print? Emily, how many times you read a menu at a restaurant, you cannot read it? But you're so young, so that wouldn't happen to you. I gotta tell you something. I cannot see some of these menus, either my eyes are getting bad, but they're not that bad. But the print is so little that I need to either get a magnifying glass to see the print. I mean, that's insane. Or my camera on my phone to see the print. Have you ever noticed that, Emily, with the menu on the prints on the print on menu, that it's hard to read? Yeah. But those are important because when people want to eat out, they should make the print a little larger, but they want to save space. So of course it costs them more money. What about training staff to communicate with patients and respect? How do you feel about that? Do you feel that you've been treated disrespectfully at times? And how do you respond? Right. So sometimes people act totally inappropriately because they're just uneducated. But you know what? Sometimes the smallest improvement could make the biggest impact. Sometimes if people think a little better on how they come across to people, it makes a big impact because it could affect many things. So it's all about being conscious on how we treat people. That's so important. So I know that there are many people that have disabilities that are artists, teachers, musicians, entrepreneurs, computer programs, leaders, and they're sports figures. Who was telling me they were at was it a soccer game or where people were competing and they were missing legs and they played amazing because they developed their upper arm strength. Or it could have even been people in wheelchairs playing sports. And that's what the world of ability, correct? Do you know any stories you could share about people with disabilities that are playing sports that are doing amazing? I mean, look at Kurt. He helps people with disabilities water ski. He creates that dream come true. So, you know what? It's that mindset that I can do it. Because guess what's the biggest factor of not doing something? Is fear. When you say I can't, you won't. But when you say I could, you do. So, you know, many employers that hire people with disabilities, people with the disabilities make the best employees because they're dedicated and they're grateful and they'll do whatever they can to make it happen. Wouldn't you agree on that, Emily? You know, loyalty and, you know, when communities grow stronger together, when everyone has the opportunity to participate. Everybody should be able to participate if they choose to. No one should be excluded because of a disability. So another challenge, invite someone to an event, support the Special Olympics, volunteer with a disability organization. That is so powerful. And even, you know, like this weekend, what do we have going on this weekend, Emily? Tomorrow is. So can we announce that so people that are listening might participate in this Help a PDF telethon? Can you talk a little about it? Evening, right? PM, correct? Okay. Mm-hmm. So guess what? You know what? Thank you, technology. Technology has come a long way in helping people with disabilities. It's actually creating opportunities that didn't exist a few years ago. Like, for instance, voice assistants, they can help people communicate. It helps me even communicate. If I want to do a video, I could communicate by just putting a script together with the AI. ChatGPT can help everyone communicate. They even have that is subsidized by different programs, screen readers that can make computers more accessible. Captions connect people who are deaf or hard of hearing. So literally, our televisions have the caption readers so people could still enjoy TV. And artificial intelligence is helping people write, learn, work, and express themselves in exciting new ways. So for instance, if I want to write something, I actually could help people use the chat GPT and help them learn how to write. And actually, if you want to write a script or an email, they have AI, different bots that will actually help you express yourself in a way that you never thought possible. Many people are writing books with the help of artificial intelligence in a whole different level. But technology isn't replacing people. It's just helping people participate in a larger kind of way. But you know what the most important thing that is so important is kindness. Kindness is the greatest accessibility tool. Sometimes accessibility isn't about ramps or elevators. Kindness is about listening, offering help without assuming it's needed, asking, how can I help? Really, really caring, showing somebody you care, not because it's expected. And treating people with dignity and respect. Kindness never requires a permit. So I don't think one of the things I want to say as we end this program, I believe disability doesn't define a person. Character does. Kindness does. Courage does. Every one of us has challenges in different ways, but every one of us has strengths. So when we stop seeing limitations and start seeing possibilities, we build communities where everyone has a chance to shine. So let's do this together. Let's create a world where no one is left out, no one feels invisible, and everyone knows they belong. Because a stronger community includes everyone. So I'd like to leave everyone with a challenge this week, besides saying hello and smiling. Reach out to someone you don't know. Invite someone into the conversation and support a local organization serving people with disabilities. And remember, inclusion doesn't begin with the program. It begins with a person who chooses kindness. And that's my thought, and I'm Helene Weiner. Thank you, Emily. I thought that was pretty good, huh? Because that's what I believe in. And the more people who start believing it and acting it, people will be walking around in a happier place. Right? Okay, good. All right, kiddo. So it's over with now, right? Okay, good. So this was aired in Canada? I'd like it that I wouldn't mind sharing this podcast on Facebook and LinkedIn if I could. If we could share it on LinkedIn, I think this was good tonight.